Good morning. This is my favorite event every year. We kick off the beach season, and I can't believe it's summer already, or ready to be summer anyway. I wouldn't tell that from the weather right now, but it will be it'll be sunny the rest of the summer, my prediction. Funny, I always, after the first flooding, back in March of 2010, I got the governor's chief of staff called me and said to me, so what are you doing about the flooding? And I said, I've got flooding also? I couldn't believe it. And so I hope I set up the beaches well, we'll sort everything out. The governor and I are committed to protecting the beaches of the state of New Jersey. We believe the beach and the ocean water is a critical part of the state economy. They're treasures of ours that for both families to come out to the beaches, for boaters, for fishing, for our economy overall. It's part of the jobs overall in the state. It's part of our $38 billion tourist economy, and the beach plays a very large component of that every single year. And we're very committed to focusing on that for both future generations and protecting it as a treasure from an environmental point of view, but also as a treasure to the state's economy. The health of the shore, of the Jersey Shore, is very healthy, and we plan to keep it that way. This year, in fact, don't just take my word for it, the Rutgers Institute of Maritime and Coastal Studies released a study earlier this month that found New Jersey's coastal waters are even healthier than we thought. Scientists have discovered that animals living at the bottom of the ocean are reproducing at larger numbers. The Natural Resources Defense Council has also agreed that New Jersey beaches ranks as one of the top in the country. They rank New Jersey #2 in the country for beaches, for beach quality, just behind New Hampshire, with their total of 16 beaches versus our 225 beaches that are monitored in the state of New Jersey. EPA also ranks New Jersey's beaches as #2 behind South Carolina. Again, New Jersey has 225 monitored beaches that we monitor along with the county and local governments on a weekly basis. Upper beach replenishment is a key component to what we do from both DEP and the state and local government and federal government. The state puts in $25 million a year in beach replenishment programs, with the federal government putting in significantly more millions of dollars every year to replenish the beaches, plus local match from the towns. Our beaches were open 99.8% of the time last year. We're very proud of that. Our comprehensive coastal monitoring program, which is a partnership between local and state, county government, is key to that monitoring. Again, what we do in that program is we monitor on a weekly basis 183 ocean and 42 bathing beaches. We do aerial surveillance 6 days a week, and we also do provide public notification and bathing conditions. We do that both online and put those out in front on the beaches, posting those. The testing already began this past Monday, and we continue to do that monitoring through the entire summer to, again, keep the public aware of the beaches, of the quality of those beaches. A key component of that, too, is not just us being aware of the quality of those beaches, but it provides DEP the opportunity to focus on where there are problems. There are issues, as you know, that arise in certain areas where different nutrients are going into the water, where certain rain events come along that we have to address. And so what we do in places like Wreck Pond and others, where we put together SWAT teams to focus very specifically on problems. That's how we're going to address these one by one and tackling them as specific problems. Because of the fact that our beaches are so clean overall and the water quality is so good, we can now tackle problem by problem on an ongoing basis. We're going to continue with our Clean Shore program, which again is a statewide program which partners with the Motor Vehicle Commission and the Department of Corrections. The governor is also extremely committed on an ongoing basis with key policy areas about the shores. The governor has said no to offshore drilling. The governor has said no to liquefied natural gas facilities off the coast of New Jersey, which would industrialize the coast of New Jersey. Looking at the long-term protection of the coast is critical to the state. In addition, we've also focused on Barnegat Bay. The governor has identified Barnegat Bay as one of the critical components of the state's economy, a critical component of the environmental area of the state that we need to focus on. The governor laid out a 10-point plan Everything from closing Oyster Creek 10 years earlier, to the strictest in the nation fertilizer laws, to soil compaction regulations, land acquisitions throughout the watershed to help filter the water better. And again, we put together a comprehensive water quality monitoring and research of Barnegat Bay, so we fill in the gaps and have the ability long-term to figure out longer-term solutions. Barnegat Bay's been dying for 50 years. We need to fix that, and that's a commitment we've made to make that happen. One of the biggest areas we continue to focus on is stormwater runoff into Barnegat Bay, which continue to put lots of nutrients into Barnegat Bay. Through the Environmental Infrastructure Trust, just this year, we're putting $18.5 million into projects in Barnegat Bay. The governor's committed over $100 million into projects for stormwaters over the next 10 years for Barnegat Bay specifically. And we look for cooperation from the county, Ocean County, and the towns to help us with that overall. One of the big events that we've had just recently, we had one in the fall, we just had one on May 9th, we call it Barnegat Bay Blitz. The Barnegat Bay Blitz is where we're pulling together thousands of people together to help pick up and clean up trash that's in stormwater areas or on the edges of Barnegat Bay. This year, on May 9th, we had over 5,000 people helping us, numerous companies and thousands of school kids out there on a very rainy day helping us pick up Barnegat Bay, showing the commitment to that. Again, the kids, I went to the kind of most interesting part of that is one point in time I was at Point Pleasant and I caught up with some kids later in the day, the 7th graders who had been out there. The kids had been there, they were soaked, they were wet, they were cold, but the teacher said, how many of you kids, fish in Barnegat Bay? Half the hands went up. How many kids swim in Barnegat Bay? Almost all of them went up. Who boats on Barnegat Bay? Every single one of those kids, by the time we were done, had raised their hand at least once, if not 3 times. What really brought it home to me was the fact that these kids, this was their home. They got it, that they were going to work on Barnegat Bay for not just that day, but for the rest of their lives. And again, that's part of the education we need to bring to Barnegat Bay and all the whole shore community about how we protect from the stormwater point of view and trash that ends up going into Barnegat Bay and to our ocean communities. In closing, I just want to say we look forward to another spectacular beach season here at the Jersey Shore. The DEP, the governor, myself, we're all very focused on that. We're going to continue working with the towns and the counties to make sure the beaches are open, the beaches are protected, the water quality is protected. We look forward to a great summer season, so get down to the shore. Thank you very much.